What's up everybody, this is CroatCode and welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys on how to edit with Vegas Pro 16. You guys are going to learn the best render settings, some color grading effects you guys can do, how to do some transitions like I did, and how to do that blur intro that you just saw a couple seconds ago. So let's jump straight into it. Okay, so once you have Vegas Pro 16 launched, the first thing you guys are going to want to do is make sure you have the same layout as I do. To do that, go to View, Window Layouts, and click on Default Layout. That way it brings out the default Vegas Pro 16 layout in case you don't have it. The next thing we're going to do is go to our Project Video Properties, and to do that you're going to want to click on this wheel right here, Project Video Properties. And then you're going to go ahead and customize a template. On width, type in 1920, and on height, 1080. Make sure you guys pause the video and copy my settings. On pixel format, go to 32-bit floating point video levels. And then on the full resolution rendering quality, make sure it's on best. By default, it will be on good, so select best. And on resample mode, this is important. Make sure you click on disable resample. And then from there, that's pretty much it. If you guys want 60 FPS for your videos, all you gotta do is just on a drop down menu, change the frame rate from 29 to double ntsc. This is basically 60, but I leave it on 30 FPS for my videos because I just prefer doing it on 30 FPS. So once you guys got those settings down, go ahead and select start all new projects with these settings, click apply and click OK. From there, you guys are going to go ahead and import your video now. To do that, click on this button right here, open, on the top left corner, and select your video file. I downloaded off of YouTube the Shadow of the Tomb Raider gameplay with no commentary for an example on how to edit for this video. Okay, so once you guys import the clip, it might take a while to build the peaks and stuff, so just wait. And now when you guys click on the timeline, you're gonna see that the video is there and it plays. So before you guys do anything, every time you drag in a clip to the timeline, you're always gonna want to make sure you right click it, go to properties, uncheck maintain aspect ratio and disable resample, and click OK. That way you guys don't get any ghost effects or any lag during the video. And also on a preview quality up here, make sure this is on preview half. If you guys put on best full, you can get a better look on the preview. It will be more clear, but it will cause Vegas Pro 16 to lag more. So leave it on preview half. And now you guys might notice, how do I go back to the start of the video? I don't see any buttons. All I see is play, pause, and stop. Well, Vegas Pro 16, they actually hid those buttons and you can bring them back. To do that, just click on this button right here where it says more buttons. Click on edit visible button set, and then choose show all and click OK. Now you guys can go back to the start of the video, the end of the video, you can go back a frame, and now you're good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit play just to guys show you what it looks like so far. This is the gameplay footage right now, and you guys are gonna see on the timeline you have two different tracks. You have the video track, which is the video of course, and then underneath it you have the audio track. This is the gameplay sounds of the game, so when you play it, it's playing right now. And I'm going to show you guys on how I do the blur effect and how to add some text. So, as the video is playing, make sure it's selected on the timeline. When you guys are playing the video, pause it anywhere you want, and then just hit S on your keyboard to split the track. Now, you guys are going to see that the track split up. Hit play again, give it a couple seconds, and then pause and hit S again. So, using your mouse wheel, when you zoom in, you guys can see this is the beginning of the video. This is the track we just split, and then this is the other track again. So on a split track right here, all you guys gotta do is go to the video effects tab right here. Click this, and you guys are gonna get a bunch of effects and plugins you guys can use. A lot of them are basically free and included there for you guys. So if you go ahead and scroll down, look for the Gaussian blur, find the medium blur, and just drag that into the split track we just did. And now you guys can see this is blurred right here. So go ahead and close this. Underneath the audio track, right click it and select insert video track. And then above the split track, right click again, insert text media. And from here, you guys can now add text to your videos, whatever you guys want. So for my videos, when I'm doing a video, whatever the title of the video is, I usually just put that on the screen. So just for this showcase, I'm going to do Shadow of the Tomb Raider gameplay. You guys are gonna see you can't even see the text because it went past the screen. So to fix that, just highlight all this, change the font to like 42 or 22, and then you guys can even adjust it like this, just dragging it up and down. And there you guys go. Now the text is kind of boring, so you can go ahead and change that. You guys have a pre-selected text here. You guys can even use your own custom text. I recommend going to thefont.com. The text I use for my videos usually is American Captain. It looks a lot nicer. You guys can even change the color of the text if you want. Yellow, green, whatever you guys want. Now if you scroll down and you go to outline for the text, you guys can basically have an outline. So let's go down here and select black. And you guys can see when you zoom in, there's like a stroke on the text. And that's basically it. And then make sure you guys align the text right there and like that. So let's go back to the video again. Alright, to the start. And hit play. So when you guys hit play, you're going to see it's going to start. Lara's going to run around. And then in a couple of moments, it's going to blur. And you guys are going to see the text. So just about now. There you guys go. And then basically unblurs. So that's how I do my intro usually on my videos. Next, we're going to go ahead and do some color grading to make your video look even better. So you guys click on the video effects tab right here. And then go ahead and scroll down and look for brightness and contrast. Now what's cool is there's already presets for you. So all you got to do is just drag and drop and then use a slider to your own liking. So for this video, I'm going to do brighter and more contrast and drag it in to the timeline. As you guys can see, the video kind of got brighter, so I don't really like it too bright. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the brightness a little bit and make the contrast slightly more. There. So now let's go ahead and play the video and preview it. You guys can see if I uncheck what I just did, it looks a little more like less shadowy. It looks kind of like worse. So with the effect, it made it a lot brighter. It pops out a lot more. See, no effect, effect, no effect, effect. It looks better like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it. And now you guys can even add more things. You can add color curves. You guys can add color corrector. So if you want more blue in your video or more green, you just go ahead and drag it in there. And then let's go ahead and play it. So I added a green midtone to my video. So if I uncheck the color corrector, it's very subtle difference. You can hardly tell, but you can just play around with it. And you guys can even use this wheel down here to change it to however you like. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that. But you guys get the idea. So we did add a brightness and contrast to our video to make it brighter. And now what I'm going to show you guys is transitions. How to use transitions in Vegas Pro 16. So basically cut from one scene to another scene. Like how I did in the beginning of my video. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, click anywhere on the timeline where you guys want to cut. In this case, I'm going to do right here. Hit S on your keyboard. And then drag this to wherever you want to cut to the next scene. So my next scene, I'm going to cut all the way. Let's just go ahead and go right here. Drag this cut track here. Use your wheel to zoom in. And what you guys are going to do is you're going to overlap it. So drag it, overlap it a bit. So when you zoom in, you guys are going to see like a crossfade right here. The next step you guys are going to do is go to transitions. And you guys are going to see a lot of transitions here. My transitions that I use is called slide. So then you guys can have different presets. Slide in, bottom up, slide in, left, right. Whatever you guys want to use. I'm going to use slide in, right, left. This is what I normally use in my videos. So drag this into the crossfade. And then just go ahead and press X. So one problem with the Vegas Pro 16 is for some reason when you use the transitions, it always lags. It might not show, but okay, in that case it did. Let's go ahead and play it. You guys can see how I cut to the next track. Bam. Now, what I recommend is if you guys do the slide effect, add in a background noise. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a whoosh sound effect to the transition. So to do that, just click underneath, insert audio track, and what we're gonna do is go on open, whoosh sound effect, and there you guys go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and decrease this. If you guys want the sound effect, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the description for you guys. Just align it to where the crossfade is. Basically zoom in and match it. There. So it's gonna go whoosh. You guys can't hear it because I don't have the sound on right now, but you guys get the idea. That's how you do the transition. That's how you guys do the blur, how to add text, how to color grade. Real quick guys, another thing I'm going to show you that I forgot to mention until I edited this video was how to zoom in on a specific object, how to zoom in on a video for a couple seconds and zoom out. A lot of you guys are wondering on how to do that if you're a beginner editor, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that real quick. Click anywhere on the timeline on your video, on the video track, and basically what you're going to want to do is hit S to split the track, and then what you're going to want to do after that is press this button right here where it says event pan / crop, and on the top right corner you're going to want to just go ahead and drag inward and position it to whatever you want to zoom in. On this case I'm going to zoom in on Lara right here, and then press X, play it for a couple seconds, and when you're ready to zoom out, pause it, hit S again, and then on the track right here, not the one that you split, you leave that alone, the right track right here, you're going to press this again on event pan crop, right click and restore. So now let's go back before we split the track right here. So now it's already zoomed out. When you press play, it zooms in on Lara, then it zooms out just like that. That's how you guys do that effect. Now if you guys want to add your own background music, you can do the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a copyright free track. Make sure you guys use copyright free audio and drag the audio down here to make another track. When you guys do audio on your YouTube videos, what you guys want to make sure you do is always turn down with the volume slider. Turn down your audio to about negative 33 decibel or so. That way your music is not too loud. If you guys are doing basically commentary, make sure that the track above here where the video is, that your audio track is also turned down so the sound effects aren't too loud. And that's basically that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys on how to render and the best settings. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut some of this track out that we don't need. Delete this. I don't care how this video turns out, I just want to make sure you guys know how to edit. So let's go back to the start of the video and skip it a little bit. Let's play it. You guys are gonna see we have our text, we have the blur, and then it unblurs. And then you guys are going to see the transitions in a couple seconds pop up. So let's just go ahead and skip through it. Okay. And then, boom. Transitions right there. Fantastic. One thing I forgot to mention to you guys is whatever color grades you guys did, make sure you right click, copy it. And on the other tracks that we were splitting up, paste it. You guys want to make sure you do that. Paste it. The color grading. Don't forget, because we only color graded one part, make sure you guys apply that effect to the other clips. Just don't do it to the blurred one, otherwise it's gonna unblur. And there you guys go. Also, one last thing I'm gonna show you guys before we go ahead and render this out. Use your mouse wheel and scroll in. You guys are gonna see this blue triangle right here, the fade and offset. When you play the video, you guys are gonna see it just plays right away. What I recommend you guys do is add a fade in effect. To do that, you just click on this fade and offset, the blue triangle, and just drag this up to about 20. So now what happens when you press play? It fades in. It looks a lot nicer when it fades in. And then you guys are going to want to go ahead and scroll out, click at the end of the timeline where your video track is, scroll in on a blue triangle again, do a fade out offset of about 20. And now you guys are pretty much good to go. So it plays, and there you guys go. Now we're gonna go ahead and render the video out in Vegas Pro 16 and what settings I use. And to do that, you guys are gonna want to make sure that these yellow triangles right here, that you have one selected at the very beginning of the video and drag one all the way at the out of the video. This is called the rendering point. This is where you guys are gonna render out the video. Some people forget to drag this all the way at the end. Some people, they leave it in the middle and it only renders like half of the video, and then they're like, why didn't my video render all the way? So make sure you guys have this triangle all the way at the beginning and the end of the video. Now to render, press this button right here where it says render as. Okay? And then you guys are going to go ahead and look for Windows media video v11, and then select 8 megabytes per second HD 1080 30p video. Ignore these purple stars right here. These are my render settings that I have for my other videos, so just ignore that. And then you guys are gonna go ahead and press customize template. Click on video, and on image size, click the drop down menu and select custom. For pixels, type in 1920, height 1080. On pixel aspect ratio, make sure you select square. And this is the part where I told you guys, if you want 60 FPS, make sure you guys do the double ntsc 60 right here. But I'm gonna leave it at 30. And then on video smoothness, drag it all the way to 100. And then on project tab, click this. Video rendering quality, always select best. For your template, you type in a template that you guys can use. So I'm gonna type in my render settings for YouTube. Press save, press OK. Use the purple star. That way you guys have your render settings already set, so you guys don't have to do those settings all over again. And then if you guys want to save your file to a different folder, you can click on browse, desktop, file name. I'm going to type in Shadow of the Tomb Raider gameplay. Hit enter, press render. We're good to go. And that's basically it, guys. Now the video is rendering. Rendering could take a long time. Rendering, it all depends on your CPU, on how fast it is. If your video is very long, you guys can expect a long wait time for rendering. I remember back then when I had an older computer, to render out like a 10-minute video, it took me like 2 hours. So honestly, it all depends on how fast your computer is. But I'm going to sit back and just wait for the rendering to be done. Once the rendering is done, guys, just go ahead and press open. And then you guys can see, here's our video. It plays. And it's pretty good. So let's go ahead and make sure. Go ahead and zoom in, and you guys are gonna see right here, it blurs out. It has all the effects we did, it has all the transitions, it has the background music, it's all turned down, and basically that's pretty much it. You guys have it rendered out, it's ready to go for YouTube. And I really hope that this video helped you guys out. I know it wasn't too advanced. I hope you guys didn't get too lost or confused on what I'm teaching you guys, but basically you learned the effects on how I do my videos, and that's that. If you guys want to save your Sony Vegas, you can hit Control S and then press enter to save the template. So if you guys want to come back and do changes and re-render it again, you can. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is CroatCode. Stay tuned for my next video, and go ahead and comment below and let me know what you guys think and what other videos you would like to see on this channel.